forget.
About, like you said about inner conscience, and the person will use the inner conscience to
Can you live with this person? Can you stay with this person without? Like the way we ladies are being wired, we are meant to talk, and men are meant to listen to us.
Hello, good morning. You're welcome to my YouTube channel, Mumzibah Talks. What a beautiful morning. I don't know, over here, we are having a nice time here. So you're welcome to Mumzibah Talk, a channel where we talk about family issues and problems. And we also see possible hacks and solutions on how to solve those problems. So if it's your first time meeting me on this channel, I will just tell you to please click on the subscribe button so you get subscribed to this channel, where we'll be bringing content that will help develop your family both locally and globally. Thank you. So today we'll be talking on a very interesting and very captivating topic. And this topic is titled The Right Way to Find Your Spouse. The right way to find your spouse. Really, why we are talking about this is that you notice that in our present day society, there's one trendy thing that is happening in marriages, and this is what we call divorce. Why? Because people missed it at the very early time of their journey to this marriage, and many people are living in penury in their marriages because they missed it earlier, as I said, in getting or finding their spouse. So very good that you are here with us today, because you will be seeing and hearing from a lot of persons who over time for getting to 5-4 years now, they've been talking to people and counseling people, and this counseling has been yielding positive results in other people's marriage. They'll be talking to us on possible ways that we can use and look out for, that we can use to get or find a better spouse that we can settle down with, especially in a sea for a lady who has a lot of people around, a lot of suitors, that she's confused on the one to pick. So we are going to be hearing from our guest today in the studio, where they'll be telling us of different experiences and better ways that we can use to identify the right spouse when we come across them. So permit me to introduce them to you. On my very right is life coach Atiba Dokas. Life coach Atiba Dokas, you're welcome with Mumzibah. God bless you. And on my other left is marital coach Blessing Odomene, the beautiful wife to Pastor Hope Odonome. You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
God bless you. Thank you so much. So today, what we'll be talking about is going to be an interactive section where people will be listening and hearing from you on the right way for them to be able to pick their right spouse, especially in a sea, especially for ladies or even men who maybe they are looking for their life partner. They have a lot of people around them, a lot of ladies, a lot of men around them, suitors. So what are the possible ways that you can advise, you can tell them to look out for them to be able to get the right choice of spouse? So can you tell us? So we'll start with, before they used to say ladies first, but now we'll be saying men first, because it's the only man here the program. So over to you, Pastor Hope Odomine.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Speaking of choosing the right spouse, the right life partner,
Okay.
it's a very important topic. I want to thank you for inviting me on this show.
All right.
I believe this is going to be very educating for listeners.
Okay.
Now, speaking of choosing the right person, I will refer to the word of God that says, "Can two work together except they agree?" You know, it's very important that before two people can come together to perform any activity, be it business, be it marriage, be it relationship, be it friendship, there must be an agreement. If they don't know where they are going to, they might end up cutting off at some point in time. That's why it's very important to understand the long run course of your life. When you understand the long run course of your life, talking about your purpose, what are you living for, what are you in this world to achieve or to accomplish. When you have a keen consciousness of that, it will be very easy to easily detect someone who can fit into that plan and purpose for you. So that's the point where many people miss out. They don't know where they are going to. They don't know the long run. What are they in this world to do or to achieve? Are you just in this world to come and get married and give birth to children and train them in school and eventually leave this world? Or you are here for a particular definite purpose? That's the question that we need to ask ourselves. Once we identify the right purpose, then it becomes very easy to eliminate people that we know will not fit into that purpose. And then we now streamline our choices to the few that we know can fit this people. And of course, God should also be involved in making our choices better. Because God knows the end. So I would say the first thing is to identify what is your purpose, where are you heading to, and from there, the other choices will become easier.
Okay, identify your purpose.
Yes.
Okay, for instance now, identification of purpose. I don't know if you can elaborate on it more, because when you talk about identification of purpose, now we are talking about finding the right spouse. In a scenario where a woman or a man has a lot of persons around her or around him, and these persons are asking her out or asking him, you know, the man is asking those ladies out, or maybe and is confused, like, I like the sister, I like the sister, and they both have the same drive. Maybe the man is a man that has the same purpose, like maybe he wants to become a great man, he wants to become a great ICT personnel tomorrow, and those ladies around him, maybe due to the fact that maybe they met in the same, maybe in campus, the same course of study. How will you identify, how can you advise such a person? Maybe because I've seen some people that they have like friends around them. You hear some ladies that tell you that they have girlfriends, you know, they have guys around them, and I'm confused. Like these 3 guys I have, they are doing well, and the purpose I am driving at, see, and they are also driving at the same purpose with me. In such a kind of scenario, in such a kind of an experience, how do you pass it out to that person? How can you tell that person this is the way that you can really choose between the 3, irrespective of the fact that they are, you know, they are riding or driving at the same purpose with you, on the same terrain with you? How can you really pick from those 3 that this person is the right choice for me? I don't know, Room, if I'm making any sense. Okay, if anyone can really help out with that question, please, you just signify, then you talk.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're
welcome.
welcome.
I appreciate you.
Thank
for
you.
This great privilege to come and speak to the whole world.
Thank you so much.
With what I want to answer the question you just asked.
Okay.
When it comes to purpose, how do you identify a spouse who has the same purpose? One thing I want to say is that we have what we call an inner conscience.
Okay.
That will help us to be able to quickly sense this person is also in line with my purpose.
Okay.
This person can able to help in actualizing the purpose I have.
Okay.
One thing I also want to also put is passion. You check out for in that particular person what did he or she love to do? What does he or she like give
have love to? Yes.
There are some people that have passion when it comes to business aspect. There are some people that have passion when it comes to ministry or all these things aspects. You look out for, like, can this person really fit in to the purpose? You discovering that this person is good in this area, I believe he or she can complement what I've already have. So by that, you can be able to dictate in the aspect of purpose. And other thing is the way the person position his or herself will help you to understand who he or she is in the aspect of purpose. The way he or she position his or herself.
Okay, if you're talking about this position, we are really getting broad in this, and I love it's becoming so interesting. So if we are talking about position, can you elaborate? What is this position we are talking about? What is the position that, I know there's something you are emphasizing, there's something you are saying. So what is this position you are talking about? Like you said about inner conscience, and the person will use the inner conscience to know, to dictate among the three persons, or whatever the number of persons are, will be able to dictate. And also that inner conscience will tell the person through the passion among the three, there'll be a person that will be pushing,
has that drive.
That same drive with that woman. Should be able to do this. But you said something about the position of that person. What do you mean by the position of that person?
When I'm talking about positioning, the way you present yourself most times helps people to know who you are and what you are good at doing. For example, for myself now, I am this kind of person. Right from the beginning, I was sharing with her before we start this meeting, that I've always prepared in my mind that God, my single life has been something. I don't want to also struggle when it comes to issue of choosing a life partner. And what are the things I need to do is by positioning myself. Number one, I must discover who I am, the purpose I have, the reason why God has created me must be well known to me. I was created for this purpose, which must be actualized. That is one of the ways of positioning yourself. You must know yourself. Who are you? Like our pastor said earlier on, that if you don't know who you are, you won't know where you are going to.
Exactly.
You won't know where you are heading to. Even when people are encouraging you, you will even see the needs of to push to where you are forging ahead to where you are going to. So you must position yourself in the sense that you know where you are going to. I have this conscience that this is where I'm going to, and whoever that will be my spouse must also be in line with the vision
that I'm carrying.
So you must be well positioned to know where you are going to, so that whoever that is God is bringing, or whoever you are meeting, will fit in into that purpose.
All right. Okay.
When you have discovered the purpose, you must begin in that path. That's the position. You must begin in that path. But anybody that sees you, just from seeing you, they can tell
this is where you are.
So that's where you have defined yourself. You have branded yourself for any other person that is looking at you.
Very good. Very, very good. Because like some people, you see, some people actually, they lost this vision at the long run. I've heard some stories about some person, especially let me just say older youths. For instance, there is a sister who has been waiting on God for a long time, and it got to a time that she was almost working her 40s, and it's as if nobody is coming, and she just digressed from that place and started following her friends, dressing anyhow, walking anyhow, and in the long run, actually men came her way, she got settled and she married. But the man that she attracted was not the man she wanted for herself, because she couldn't cope in that line. She was actually just doing what other people are doing so that she can get married, dress half naked, walking on the street, and men are enticed by what they see actually. So that's what she believed, and she attracted a man who is totally different from her lifestyle, original lifestyle. Do you understand? So I understand this position, that it is very very important that as an individual, as we are trying to say, you must position yourself in a right place. Know your position, because most people say they don't even know their position. Know your position, know the kind of person you are, and the kind of person you are will attract the right person that you want.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I love that. It's getting so interesting. Everyone, I know that you are learning from this, and you can see that the house is getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and even sweeter. The hotness is fun. So come with me, let us see other points that you can use to know and identify a spouse. Maybe you are in a situation whereby you have a lot of persons that are clinging around you, asking you out, and you are confused. They say experience is the best teacher. With the people we have with me here on studio, they have taught a lot of persons, and they are over the times their lessons and their teachings to other persons have yielded great results. So let's hear from their experience. Now we'll be having life coach and a marital coach too, Mrs. Blessing Odomene. She will have to tell us from our own point of view, especially using her own lifestyle when she was in a single state, on how she got her own spouse. She'll be telling us her life stories and things that she passed. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you for the privilege. It's really a great privilege to speak to the world
Thank you, ma'am.
and to make them know that finding the right partner is possible.
Yes.
Yes, it's possible. It's possible. You just have to, like my sister said, align yourself to the right position. I want to portray a point in aligning yourself to the right position. Now, you tend to see some people, they'll tell you that I want to get married to, let me just use a pastor, for instance. A pastor. I want to get married to a pastor. I want to be, let me say, a missionary. You know, I and my husband will be traveling out, preaching the gospel and all that. But when you look at where they position themselves, I just want to portray or say something concerning what she said. When you look at where they position themselves, when you look at what they are doing today, you just find out that this person loves business. This is somebody that likes business, you know, he or she likes to, you know, he's a social person. When he brings his or her stuff, before you know it, people will patronize, you know, her because of the way he or she represents the business and all that. The person is just this kind of person that when you look at that person, the person is good in business. But the person is saying, I want to get married to a pastor. My dear, you have to sit down and look inward. Getting married to a pastor, are you just saying it because that is what you want, or that is what you think that this is where God has positioned, this is where you can fit in, or you're just saying it? But when you look at yourself very well, you will discover that you are just saying I want to get married to a pastor, maybe because of history or something that has happened in your family, or a friend who has gone through that path and you like the way he or she is doing it and all that. No, sit down very well, look at what you are doing, find out your own purpose, align yourself very well. Not that I want to get married to a pastor and then you are doing business and you discover, or you don't sit down to, you know, find out if that what you have in mind is truly in line with what you fit in, or what you are created for. Let's use that word. And when you do that, I'm telling you, you'll just discover a lot of things. And as you do that, I believe you will get it right, and I pray you will get it right. One of the points I want to bring out in getting to know the will of God, getting the right spouse. Yes, this issue of compatibility. Yes, compatibility. Now, when you look at the world, there are a lot of, as a lady, there are a lot of men. But I cannot, or I will not be compatible with everybody.
Okay.
Yes. When I was single, a lot of people came, a lot of men, brothers, you know. And I found out that I wasn't compatible with everybody. Some of them, the way they do things, I said, look, if I stay with this person, I won't be able to cope. That's the truth. Yes. I won't be able to cope. Maybe this is somebody who loves to talk. The person talks and talks and talks and
A newscaster.
a newscaster. And me, I myself, I'm not that talking type.
Okay.
I can't cope. You can't say because since I'm aging, the time is not there. Let me just no. You will just find out that you'll be frustrated. Stay with somebody who loves talking, and you are not this kind of person that loves talking. You'll be frustrated.
That's true.
You'll be frustrated and you'll be struggling and managing the marriage instead of enjoying the marriage, which is not
and that's very true. Yeah.
So you have to find out, are you compatible with this person? The other areas, are you compatible? Can you stay with this person?
Okay.
Can you live with this person? Can you stay with this person without any issue? I'm not trying to say that they won't challenge.
Of course,
challenges, you know. But even if there are challenges, can I still cope with this person?
Because I know there is a word in the Holy Book. I'm not trying to be a gospel freak here. That says that God will not give you a portion that is bigger than you to carry. You understand? So you are looking at, even if there is challenges, at least the challenges I can manage it. I go fit manage them. You understand?
Exactly.
So that is the word. So that's what she's trying to talk about. Thank you so much, Sister Blessing. We'll still be coming back to you because we want to make it go round and round. And I believe everybody still have something to add, because you talked about purpose and we started elaborating purpose, and now you talked about aligning the position of the person, aligning yourself with the right position, and you gave us another point, compatibility. So let me throw this question to the room. If we are talking about compatibility and you have a situation that there are a lot of persons around you, you have a situation that there are a lot of persons around you, okay, and you want to really choose, you want to really pick one, and you see that you can manage. Because there are some people, they don't really come with their normal character. There are some people, you don't really know everybody. Like I normally tell people, I say, when you get into marriage, you have to say, most time it's like a book you keep on reading that has no end. You understand? You see your husband bringing out some characters that are new. Every day you will see new characters, and you're like, oh boy, since I married you, this character that I'm seeing in you is not the one I used to see. But where did you learn this one from? Abi, is it the straight spirit that is living in you? You know, you start to think about that. And that's what I'm trying to say. There are some people who, they at the first time, okay, you are with them and maybe your friends, and you see them among the clique of your friends, among the clique of people who are asking you out. You've seen that at least the problem they are giving you, the little problem they have, maybe some, they are always angry. And most people will not be angry to the extent that they want to break TV. And they know that they are asking you out. They'll try to cover it up. You understand? They'll try to cover it out and wait. Like my mom, she used to say, my husband, he would tell me that a woman, when she enters house, she first of all drop one leg like fowl. You get me? We drop one leg and wait for some time to watch, you know, to watch and understand the environment before she will put two legs and start to show her character. So some people are like that. When we are talking about the point of compatibility, is it really very, very easy for us? How do we really choose these persons that are around us? You understand? When most times we understand that some people, they fake their character, and some people, they can withstand pain and wait and say, don't worry, let me first of all marry you. When I marry you, I'll start to show you who I be, who be boss. Do you understand? So in that kind of a scenario, when you have a lot of persons around you that are asking you, how can you place this synergized compatibility with choosing the right spouse among the number of suitors, among the number of people that are around you? Please, anyone in the house, can we answer that question? It's a very, very vital question, very crucial. All right, let's hear from you, Pastor. Okay, please be a bit audible.
Okay, so one thing that has helped me in life is that early in life I studied about temperament of people, lifestyle and the characteristics of people. To a point that if I just look at you, I know the kind of person I should tell my wife that there's nothing she will ever do that will surprise me. Because even before I got married to her, I knew the kind of person she is. I knew what I could expect from her even before we started our relationship. That is because of the extent of which I had studied that aspect. So I would encourage people to study more so that the one that the statement that when you get married you can never know your wife until, well, not that I don't believe the statement, but to me I've not seen too much surprises since when I got married. Why? Because I already knew I could predict what I could expect based on what I've researched. So it's something that you can research on. You don't have to wait until you get married before you're able to see the true color of someone. If you know much about human temperament and psychology, when you just see something, even if the person is trying to pretend, you will know that this is not this person's character. You would maybe know what kind of person you are dealing with. Even if the person tries to put off a pretense and all that, it will eventually show one day.
So you're asking us to study more. It says in a situation whereby you have a lot of suitors around you, when you have a lot of person that maybe you are hoping that this could be the right person for me, you want to choose the right person, it is better that you study more. Like there is a video I released about in the waiting room, when you are waiting, like Esther waited. Waiting most time does not really mean just sitting down and looking. It does not mean that you just sit down and you're waiting for Mr. Right to just come back to, or just come to you, or Mrs. Right to just walk your way and already you're on the altar. Waiting means a lot of work to be done. Work with your needs, work with your studying, work with developing yourself. So that, I believe that is the place you are trying to say that fit into developing yourself. You have to learn more, you have to read on temperament, read on books that can help you know people, especially when people are trying to fake some attitude towards you. You read about so that you can know and be able to choose the right spouse for yourself. So thank you so much, Mr. So we are hearing from life coach Atiba Dokas.
So quickly, I want to chip into what Apostle have said.
All right, you're the boy.
I would like to add something to it. We are not trying to be spiritual, or we want to balance everything. There is a place of discernment. So a place of discernment. For example, now I was discussing with her before the meeting started. There was a day I was asking, like calling my friends. I was trying to ask him some questions that when you find yourself in a situation, how do you react to situations? How do you attend to situations? For instance, somebody that offended you, he was like telling me that most time he gets angry, but there is a level in which the anger subsides. And he's not this kind of person. When you offend him, he will come to you and tell you, this is exactly what it is. So there was another day I was trying to talk and all that. He just told me, he said, babe, you talk too much. I'm a kind of reserved person. I said, yes, I know. But like the way we ladies are being wired, we are meant to talk. And men are meant to listen to us. I say, please, since you know who I am, I've been like, we were able to study each other to know what each person is capable of doing. This is who the person, so that you know who you are actually dealing with. You won't get angry easily. So most time when I do something and he called me on video call, like maybe he did something to me and I was angry. I'm this kind of person, I get angry easily, even to something that are not necessary. Like I don't get angry unnecessarily. I started working on it and all those things. I started working on it. So one day he get me angry and I told him, I said, he was telling me, he said, he was pointing at me. I said, babe, I'm talking to you. I said, and before you know, I don't know when the anger disappeared. And I started laughing. Like it's because he has able to study me. He know what he can do to calm me down even when I'm angry. He knows certain things to do to make sure that anger subsided. So those are the things. Observe the person very well. Know things that the person can do and what the person cannot do. And that is why I said discernment spirit is very important. No matter how the person is hiding, when you have that discernment, you will know that this person is actually pretending. this is who is really he. So when you have that sense, whatever the person does to you will not be new. Like our brother said, it won't be new to you. You know that this is who the person is, and you accept him or her for who he or she is. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. I love this. This is really interesting. Really, if you are out there and you have anyone who is about getting married and has not listened to this, please, I will advise you that you should share this so that that person can learn. And many people in their marriages, they are living in penury. They are living in fact, they are regretting. Today they are in that marriage and they're saying, I wish I knew I would have followed the other man instead of this one. So please don't let them say, I wish they knew. When you have the source, please share it to them so that they can learn from it. Thank you so much. I have a question to ask. You know, many people have different notions on the way they choose their spouse. And I'll be asking this question: is it right to find your partner online? Many people, they can testify that most of their partners that they are with, they found them through maybe Facebook, they found them through maybe online or social media stuff. So how is your notion about that? How is your notion? Should, in case someone should come to you, actually you are really counseling people right now, how do you think about that? You think it's really nice? You really think that this is encouraging? What are the hazards behind it, and what are the advantage behind it, if there is any? Please, anyone.
Okay, let me say something.
Be audible.
Yes, you can find your spouse anywhere. That's the truth. It can be in church, it can be in school, it can be in markets, it can be in online, Facebook, social media, or wherever.
Okay.
You can find your spouse anywhere. Now, coming to online, I've read about a post. Someone wrote a post of how she met her husband online, and the marriage is okay. Like they're okay, everything is fine with them, and things are just fine. You know, so it's possible. It's possible for you to meet your husband online, but you should take this. Meeting your husband online is, or let me say, it might not be the same thing as meeting somebody you met in the market. Because somebody you met in the market, you've seen this person. This person is a human being. This person is, you know, this is human being. Let me use that. You know. So, but meeting this person online, you've not met that person before. You know, you don't know if the person is using his or her true pics or not. You know, online people lie and people do false things there and all that. You just have to give it time. Yes, you just have to give it time. Don't rush into conclusion. Don't rush into agreement with that person or whatever. So just give it time. Make sure that things are established in terms of relation. Get to know the person.
It's very true, because many people have fake persona, and they try to impersonate something else that they are not online, and in the real life they are totally different from that. You see some people taking picture before a big house and just renting a car just to take picture and just to impress, and that's what she's trying to say, that yes, it could be good, because she has seen many people and she has heard testimony from a lady who got married through online mediums. But there's also a hazard that when you are doing this, in case you fall in love with someone you know, maybe from distance online, you should look out, make sure you take a critical look at the person. Don't just rush into marriage directly. Got to know the person in the real life. Get to know the person, what the person. Sometimes just sneak on the person. Where are you? And the person tells that maybe he's staying in Canada and this, or he's staying in Lagos. I'm already in Lagos. We're in Lagos, and the person tells you. Just find out from the environment. Do you know this person? At your own private time, so that you can know that person very well. You have to get married to a gate man who they left the house for the person to watch over while they traveled out. Because some people do it, at the end they find they're already pregnant for a gate man. So please make sure that you take all those things into cognizance so that you won't be having issues tomorrow in your marriage. Yes, life coach Atiba, thank you.
I wanted to say something, and I want to be practical here. Glory be to God. I met my spouse and my fiance last year December.
Wow.
My birthday last year, and it was actually on social media, on Facebook.
Very big gift.
And the brother sent me happy birthday. I was like, who is this person? Like, some people are not just minding their business. Who is this person? I kept asking.
They're congratulating you now.
Who is this person? You know, asked that, where's my birthday cake? Who is this person? I ignored the message and all that. And before this person actually showed up, God has already given me the whole picture of who the person is.
Okay.
Most times, there are things we look out for, that we want this, we want that. That might definitely, we call them expectations.
Okay.
Most times our expectations are not met, so we should always prepare for that. So the message God gave me was, the man God asked for you might not be what you are expecting. Just allow God's will to be done. And it was true. When this brother, I was ignoring the message and all that. He messaged me on Messenger. I didn't say anything. I was just ignoring, seeing the message. He would tell me, good morning, how are you? I will not say anything. Until one fateful day, I had issue with my LinkedIn account. I was like cracking my head, who could I reach out to that can help me to know how to solve this out?
Okay.
So I immediately my thoughts just went to him, and I messaged him, and we actually tried all we could, but we couldn't recover. What I actually wanted to say is that I met him on social media quite alright. One day I now asked him, I said, sorry, are you not scared meeting a lady on a social media and asking the lady out? Because the way people paint social media now, every social media is full of pretense. People don't show their true color, as you have said, ma. That people pretend to be who they are not. What the response he gave to me is, social media is meant for you to meet a lot of people. You meet both bad and good people. So it's not left for you to know, discern who is a good person and who is a bad person, so that you will not fall victim. And we kept talking. And another thing, I made sure that we meet physically. So I traveled home last year, and he called me that he will be coming. He stays in Akure, I stays in Abuja here. So I traveled to Oyo State, and he told me that I'm around, and I said okay. For the first time, I've never bring a male friend to my house. Like everybody was shocked when I told them that you people should be well organized. A friend is coming to the house. They were like, "Big sis, is he a guy or a lady?" and all that. I was like, you people should just keep calm,
keep your cool. Yes, organize yourself.
We meet, and I was like, truly, what I saw on social media is what the person, very simple and calm, gentle. Even by me saying, I know this person is calm and gentle. Like, if you do something to him, you'll just be looking at him like this. It's not that maybe he will not react, but he has this calmness and gentle look. And we get to talk, he tell me everything. So I know this person is not pretending. He is real. And when we reach an extent, he told me to that what make him to actually press on. That's why I was ignoring the messages, because he has already gone through my profile. He knows that this lady, he was like, this lady, she's godly, she's a righteous lady. So what else can a man look out for? That he read all my content on social media, he has checked all my social media and to see all my content, and he knows that I'm not pretending, that this lady is real. So, and when he met me physically, when we met, he actually told me everything, that he knows that he hasn't made a mistake by meeting me. So it's possible to meet your spouse anywhere. It can be inside. Even one of my mommy was like telling me when I was traveling, she also gave me a message that doctor see, as you are going home, you will meet a lot of people, but just position yourself. Be calm. Be able to discern. You can meet the person inside a car. It could be in a market, but it could be maybe when you go for shopping or in a restaurant. Anywhere you can meet your spouse. The only thing you just need is just be calm and be sensitive, be able to discern.
All right, thank you so much, ma'am. So she talked about that it is very, very possible to find your partner even online. It is very, very possible. Even if social media is a place where they call people and before you know they're using the person's head for ritual, cooking the person's head inside the pot. You know, a lot of things happen. But yeah, you can still find your Mr. Right and your Mrs. Right. Social media is so beautiful. We can hear from mom here where she's already, in fact, from her voice and from her smile, you will know that, oh wow, a lot of things is happening in her head. So we're happy for you, ma'am. We're happy for you. So I have another question that I want to ask. You see, many people they marry based on recommendation, especially parents' recommendation. How do you say about that? Do you think that it is really advisable you can really get Mr. Right or Mrs. Right through recommendation? Because you see some parents, they say, I want my daughter to marry my friend's son. I want my friend. This is really happening, especially in Africa. Am I right? True or true?
True.
So I don't know what is your light about it, because there are many people who are out there. They are in situations that they don't know how to, especially omo mommy, omo daddy. They don't know how to say no to daddy or no to mommy. Daddy is telling her you must follow this person because it's my political friend, my childhood friend. If you don't follow, in fact, I'm cutting off your allowances. And please just come up with something that someone out there who is listening to this could learn from it. Can that person get a right partner through that process and measure? And if he can get that partner that way, how do you think? What are the things you know that this person used to discern this is the right partner for me, even if it's coming from my dad? First and foremost, is it right? Is it of recommendation from you? Anyone, please. All right, let's hear from you, sir.
Based on the factors we've outlined, we've talked about, I believe the best person in the right position to know who is the best for you is yourself.
Okay.
Because your parents don't know you as much as you know yourself.
Okay.
So whoever they think is meant for you or is best for you is based on what they think, their own sentiment and what they think about you, which might be totally different from what you know and think about yourself.
Okay.
So I personally don't think that as a parent you should be forcing your child or even recommending someone for your child, because if the person starts having trouble in the marriage, will they now come back to you and say you can't live with people?
Some people will say, now if I say you should fall inside, where will you fall? They will leave you to you to carry your cross, ba?
So as parents should not do that. People also should come to a point where, as an adult, someone that is preparing for marriage and all that, is independent. Even though maybe you might still get one or two things from your parents, but you make major decisions by yourself. And your parents should understand that when it comes to the major decisions in life, you are in the best position to make it because it's your life. I'm sure they must have put you in the right path. They must have trained you in the right way when you were young. So it is time for you to now utilize all those principles that you have been taught by your parents to now make the right decision for yourself. So I don't think parents' recommendation should be a factor in the area of marriage. People should be able to choose by themselves based on what they think is right for them.
Because a lot of marriages, thank you so much, sir. Because a lot of marriages today, they are facing hell in their marriage. I'm telling you the truth. Based on recommendation, it's a very, very serious issue. I heard I'm sorry to say, a pastor, not really, let me not just be, but I just have to say, because there are a lot of persons out there who are making grievous mistakes and it is leading to divorce, and some people, they are afraid to get even divorced in their marriage because of that they are staying in that hell. I'm telling you, facing domestic violence, facing problems in their home, and that is not only affecting them, it's also affecting the psychology of their children. So there is need for us to see this. There is need. Recommendation has done a lot of harm than good. It is all right.
Even the so-called prophecy, maybe you went to the man of God, and the man of God prophesied, I saw your wife with this. Such things should be checked very well.
Checked very well.
If you just rely on the so-called prophecy, and you go into it, you may end up making up a very big mistake.
Okay. I want to add to you, even when you are being given a prophecy, you yourself, you are in the best position to go and pray
and get confirmation.
What is what the person says, is it true or not? So I always say something that well, if you are praying or you are looking out to find a spouse, what message has God given you? Whatever message God gave you is for you, not for any other person. Whatever you need to be expecting from other person should be a confirmation of what God has given to you, the message God has given to you concerning your spouse, concerning the person you are going to marry.
It should not be different.
It should not be different. Whatever message God gave you is only for you. Whatever other things coming to in line with that should be confirming. They
what
should be
God has revealed
what God has
to you.
revealed to you that this is who your husband should be,
Mm.
and all that. Another thing I wanted to say is that
Sorry,
some of the
before you continue,
Yeah.
Okay,
just give
okay.
an example of what she just
Okay,
what she
okay,
just said.
okay.
When I started cutting my
Your wife, your beautiful wife.
yes.
Yes.
She told me that one of her auntie or one of is a member of her church.
Okay, okay, okay.
Told her that she saw her husband, like God showed her husband the dream.
Mm.
Yes.
Showing the auntie.
Yes.
Eh?
God showed her the husband the dream, man. So she was trying to ask her who is the person,
Yes.
but the woman did not say.
Mm.
The woman did not say. That was even before we started cutting. God showed
Okay,
her
okay.
and all that. So me, when she told me that, I said, well, whoever God showed her is not why she thinks God showed her does not really matter.
Matter.
It's not going to determine whether I'm going to marry her or
Not.
not. That one is already settled. Because I myself have gotten my confirmation from God.
God.
Yes. So if she says okay, it's a confirmation. But if she says it's another person she saw, that one is her own. So I did not make that a factor
Okay.
in choosing who
as in base your
gets married.
yeah.
It's based on what I know God told me,
Told you.
not what God tells another person.
Yes.
Because God cannot communicate to somebody more than He will communicate to me. Because I'm a child of God also.
Yes.
So if God wants to speak to you, He should speak to me.
Okay.
And even if He's speaking to someone else, He should
Confirmation
give
should
me a
come.
confirmation
That
of
is
what
the
He's
same that
telling
they are showing.
someone else.
Okay,
Yes. So,
okay. Sister, do you have anything to say? Recommendation from parents?
And
Do you really think?
somebody out there might want to say, what about those days?
Okay.
Some of our parents,
Okay.
their father, is their father now, or
that is the father's friend,
father's friend,
son.
uncle, mother, sister,
Okay,
uncle,
okay.
sister, recommended their husbands to them. How about that? What do you think? Because when we look at our parents, like grandparents, and you find out that most of them had good marriages. Yes, they recommended for them, and their marriages are okay.
Okay.
But when we look at our world today, we see that it's not working. It's not working. You can't be basing. You can't say okay.
On a
based on-
21st century.
Yeah, this century is different. Things have changed. So you cannot accept the recommendation just like that without checking things properly.
Okay.
Or because of your parents, it was recommended by somebody, your dad was recommended to your mom by somebody, and their marriage is perfect. Therefore, recommendation is okay. No, essentially things have changed. You have to be very careful not to fall victim of.
I want to
what is
add.
happening.
Sorry, I want to add.
Oh
to
wow,
it.
this is lovely. I'm liking it. I hope people are feeling the vibes there. All right.
I wanted to add to it. Recommendation, mostly it works for some people, though, but it's just few people.
Okay.
So when you are recommending someone for another person, you don't know how the person grew up.
Okay.
You don't know the kind of environment the person grew up,
Okay.
and you're trying to recommend. So I just want to encourage parents outside there, don't force your children
All right.
on somebody you don't really know how they grew up,
Okay.
what has happened to them, and
Alright.
all that, and
Okay.
you're asking your children to say this is whoever I recommend for you is whoever you must marry.
Alright.
It's not by force. So whatever parent needs to do when it comes to their children choosing a life partner is to guide them in the place of prayer, advice,
Okay.
and that is what is expected from
okay.
parents. You don't need to force them. You advise them. Have you been able to pray? What is God saying?
About
We
it.
too will
Join you
and pray along with you to know the mind of God, if this person
It's the
is
will
the
of God
will
for
of God or not. So most marriages today, they end up crashing in the name of recommendation. Even in the church of God, one brother will just show up, and a lot of things are happening in the household of God. Sorry to say, so annoying and so devastating. Even in the church of God, whereby a brother is being recommended for a sister, just because you see the person was very fervent, he's very jim in the church.
Oh, my sister.
He's blowing in tongues.
Everywhere.
The sister can sing and heaven will come
Come
down,
down,
and all
really.
that. You now feel they are compatible.
For
They
each
can
other.
come together to. No, it's not done that way.
Okay.
It's not done that way. People come to church. I've seen a lot of people that come to church pretending in order to get, because there is this notion in the world now that good people are always in the church. You can find a church girl and marry and settle down with her. You can find a church brother and marry. Even I always tell people, even when a brother is tongue speaking, doesn't mean the person is right for you.
That's true.
Check it out very well. It doesn't. A sister singing and heaven is coming, angels are flying, doesn't make the person is right for you. You need to check it out very well. Something there must be something wrong that you don't know. But these people come out to paint and pretend and all that. By the time they now get married,
is this what we brought
hey, Chineke. So I didn't even know that this is the kind of person I marry in the first place. So you are this, you are that. My brother, your name is sorry. All what you're supposed to have discovered earlier on before you marry the person. You didn't look out for, but because they recommend the person, you didn't check whether you feel this person is the sister and the brother. It was recommended for me from the church, so I feel there is nothing bad about it. The person is perfect. And also in finding a life partner, don't look for Mr. Perfect or Miss Perfect. Nobody is perfect. Everybody is working towards perfection. So we must be able to tolerate each other, no matter how the flaw the person has. Be able to tolerate each other and make sure that the marriages or the relationship works.
Thank you so much, ma'am. If we start taking a lot of it, we are still coming to you if you still want to talk. I would love to chip this in because I love talking about life experience. You know, we learn better from experience. Experience, they say, is the best teacher. Okay, so myself, Mumzibah here, let me just chip in little. When I met my husband, Pastor Jerry Nosiki, when I met him, in fact, I was this girl who, yes, though he met me in the church, but you know, I love to show myself. Sorry to say, I'm this kind of, you know, some people when they get married, or when they are meeting their spouse for the first time, they try to cover up. I love to, in fact, we had steady quarrels and fights. I'm telling you the truth because I want people to learn. We had steady quarrels, and do you know what even made my husband even more closer to me? Because I was open. It is good most time when you meet a man who is open to you. That man maybe can just go angry at any time, throw anything at you, and throw anything at the man, and you know him. Then you get married to that person after time. Because some people love to cover up. I'm telling you, sisters, if you are in that relationship and you love a man, and you are seeing that that man is very, very plain and showing himself, like maybe you've confirmed for people, they say, nah, so it be. Please, my sister, if you love him, go with him. It will get better. Some people, they shy away from it. They say, no, this guy is not even pretending about it. I never even marry him. He don't they show himself. He don't they fight. He don't they anything will be angry. Anything will, no, I don't want that guy. At least you cover. Try to be a gentleman. No, you are even killing yourself. It's better you know what you are going into than for you to enter it and start to regret. It's a very, very important lesson I want you to go with. I don't know if there's anything you want to see add in the room before we call it a day. Please, if there's anything, advice you want to add, like you want to advise people in their choice of spouse, choosing a spouse, you can also add, because I've added mine. If you have anything to add, you can also add. If there is nothing, okay.
As a final word, yes, we've talked about all these principles. Compatibility is there, the purpose is there, and
positioning. Yes, positioning, aligning yourself, right position, discernment, compatibility.
Because now, beyond all these factors, there's also the God
factor,
which is very, very important. Yes, we know all these things by the grace of God. God has given us knowledge and wisdom and all that, but we cannot still do it without Him. We cannot just take all these things in isolation. We must also involve our Creator. It's God that brought us into this world.
Yes.
Must involve Him in making the choice. Yes, after we have considered all these things, we still need to go back to Him and ask, who do you want? Who do you recommend? We talked about recommendation now. While we don't look at the recommendation of man, we need the recommendation of God. Because God is going to recommend to us based on these factors. And if we even check those recommendations that God has given us, we'll see that they fit in with all these other factors. They tally with these other factors. So we must go back to our Creator and inquire to know who healed, because his choice will always be the best after everything.
Thank you so much, Pastor. I hope Dominic, it's a very, very interesting section with you guys. I really enjoyed every bit with you. Thank you for being with me here on my channel, and I know very well that we will see more of you, we'll hear more of you, we'll talk more. I want you to stay tuned, and while you keep on visiting this channel, next time I'll be coming up with very, very important topic that will also be interactive like this on feminine health, where we have different ladies in the house who will be talking about feminine health, especially and how they can manage their health in family, how children, teens that are girls, how they can manage their health. Health is very important. Feminine health is very important, because this is even one of the reasons where many ladies, they miss their husbands. They don't even know, because they can't even take care of themselves. So we'll be seeing this, and we promise that it's going to be very, very interesting and educating. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, I repeat again, if you've not subscribed before, I want you to click on the subscribe button so that you become a subscriber. And yeah, with the location, we want to give a very big thanks to Cilantro in Jabi Lake Mall. Indeed, they are very, very, in fact, we love them, and we advise you to always visit this place, because this place is a very, very homey place where you can see, you know, just please, can you take the camera so that you can view that place so that they can see? Cilantro is a very, very big and beautiful and homey place. Please patronize them. They are friendly people in Jabi Lake Mall. Thank you so much, Jabi Lake Mall, for having us here. We appreciate you so much, and we wish more grace and great heightenings for Jabi Lake Mall. Thank you so much. The next time I come again, I remain Mumzibah. Bye.